It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And it is the long awaited Let's Clean Up Our Echeveria Harmsii video. You've been asking me for a while to show you what to do after your Echeveria Harmsii blooms. And I was just waiting for mine to be done. And it is. Is it October or are we still in September? It is. It's the very 1st of October here in San Diego, California.
It's like the second or third.
Or the 2nd or 3rd of October. It's October. We'll just go with that. And you can see these blooms are done. They're crunchy, right? So it is time. Now, with this plant, you're also going to notice that in many cases, where it has bloomed, there's no head left, is there? There's no pretty head left. It's just leaf like that, right? It's not the cutest. So there's a couple of ways that you can approach this. You can just cut off all of the, or pick off all of the spent blooms and let the plant ride. But what's going to happen if you do that is this plant is going to continue to get leggier and leggier as time passes. So if you would like to keep it bushy, which is how I prefer my Harmsii to be, you're going to want to take that bloom that you removed and you're going to want to follow the stem all the way back as far as you can and trim off the whole thing. Okay, see here, this is another one. There's not really a lot of good stuff happening here. Here's a pretty rosette, right? That's kind of the gold standard. That's what we want to see. This is not cute. So I'm going to take this one too. I'm going to go all the way back with it. I'm going to cut way down low on the plant. And I'm going to start removing all of these spents, cutting back as far as I can until they're all gone. Now what's going to happen is this plant might look a little ratchet for a little while, but I promise you it will come out of it soon. We are now into fall. The days are getting shorter. The nights are getting cooler. All of our plants are starting to wake up. And homeostasis is about to be restored. I have spent all day out here working, and I cannot wait for the next Walkabout Wednesday to show you all of the extremely exciting things that I have been doing in the garden. Okay. Now, you might find that you have very few of those rosettes left when you get done cutting off all of the spent bloom. Don't panic if that is the case, because what will happen is your plant will regenerate. I promise. You will have new rosettes form. Here's an example. See the little rosette forming on the stem? That will happen all by itself. The plant will regenerate from right below the cut. In most cases, you will be just fine. This has needed to happen for a minute. And you can take a lot of time with this, or you can be real quick with it like I'm being, but your plant will thank you because you will be able now to maintain that really full bushy shape that we were talking about earlier. If you don't do this, will you have harmed your plant? No. You aren't. That's not going to hurt it. You can let it go completely au naturel and it won't die, but it won't look very good either. This is such a soft leaf. I love Echeveria Harmsii. This is one of my favorite plants in my garden. I mean, seriously, you can't beat the color, can you? I get the ruby slippers at Waterwise Botanicals in Escondido. I think Tom Jesh actually hybridized this particular variety. I think he's responsible for it. So he always has these available pretty much year round. Oh, look, it's already looking so much better, isn't it? Don't be afraid also if you make a mistake. If you cut too low or you cut off a rosette or, whatever. It's fine. Everything's fine. You're fine. The plant is fine. Just get out there with your clippers and have some fun and experiment. And I think you'll be pleased. And you know what? We'll keep up with this on Walkabout Wednesdays over the next few months too, and I'll show you how the plant recovers. You know what? This doesn't look near as bad as I thought it was going to look. I'm cleaning up all the detritus from under the plant too, because you know me and detritus. So rewarding. Oh my gosh. Wow. I have started watering my garden again now that, it's still warm. I mean, it's in the 80s here, I'd say, 80s. But again, with those shorter days and cooler nights, the plant's waking up, they can tolerate a little bit of water. So what do you think, guys? See all of everything I took off of this plant? You'd never really know it, would you? But that's really all there is to it. And I hope with all of my heart that this has helped you and inspired you to get out and get after your plants. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.